Hey, you guys, welcome back to another road. I'm your host, Dragon Ball Gamer, and I am here to entertain. Without the Dragon Balls, he can't call Purunga, and he'll come to us. Yes, Gohan. Let's hurry and find out the Dragon Ball. Why does that need to be stated? I don't know. I'm being overly cruel as usual. So, I am, in this video, going to discuss my review of Iron Man 3 after this dialogue. The last two Dragon Balls should be around here somewhere. Good, let's hurry up and find them. Hey, don't move. Whoa, Piccolo, what's up? Huh? My reaction. This is... Oh no, what's happened? What's happened? You'd better hide. Well, if Goku's hiding, then something dangerous is really here. A massive energy appeared suddenly and headed straight at them. It can't be. It just can't be Kakarot. It's Broly. Or Brawly. Whoa, that's Broly. How doing here? What's Broly doing here? This is bad. I'll have to fight him all out. And if that happens, I can't protect the Dragon Balls. Or your friends. Like, what about your friends? I've got to hold on somehow. Yeah, you've got to hold on. Not like Goku. Ha ha ha. You're perfect for powering the big Getty star. Getty. Whoa, what's going on? Cooler and Brawly are working together? Not good. Actually, it's pretty good, Goku. Come on, Broly. Your weaklings won't be so lucky this time. You weaklings. Because it's you weaklings, yes. Alright, let's get started. With my Iron Man 3 review. So, I saw the movie 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Which is on the release date, May 3rd. And I'm going to say this. Right when I walked out of the movie, I was a little disappointed. I can't believe Brawly came here too. The last two Dragon Balls should be here, but we have to be careful. Of course, Trunks. If the village is destroyed, it'll be all for nothing. Be careful. Alright, like I was saying. So I saw Iron Man 3, and when I walked out, my immediate thoughts were... I was a little bit disappointed. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. And now that I've let my thoughts simmer a little bit more, I'm going to tell you my honest review, which is I was a lot disappointed. I'm sorry. 7 out of 10 for me. Closer to like a 6.5 out of 10. I'm sorry. It was... Okay, let me be clear. The action and the comedy, brilliant. Shane Black, the director, funny guy, like so funny. So I gotta give Shane Black props for the writing and the comedic and the action. The action was mind blowing. But then we get to the rest of the parts. I'm going to not spoil any specific moments, but I will generally allude to some scenes. So even if that turns you off, I'm sorry, then, I'm not going to try spoiling anything specific, just bear with me here. So, where do I start? I felt, you should know this by now. There's a big twist in this movie. I'm not going to say the twist, but let's just say it just completely changes the movie's direction. And that's actually very refreshing. And like, people have said that that's very refreshing. And I would agree. If it didn't just... It just, like... The thing is, you want to be surprised in a movie. Movies these days, they have no surprises. They follow the same format. Blah, blah, blah. It's getting old. But there's certain like decisions that would be far out and really cool to do in a unique movie that aren't done because they shouldn't be done. Like it would cause more trouble. Like you have pardon my French, the balls to do something like that. But the thing is, it's just appalling that you would ruin something. When you do something like this, you ruin something. These type of twists, like, they shock you, but at the expense of something else. So that's how I'll put it. Of course, this is just how I see it. You could like freaking love this twist and be like, "Oh my god, this just made Iron Man the coolest person ever." Fine by me. I mean, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. But with that said, for me, I was just it ruined a lot of the film for me. So much of the film. But okay, let me talk about the other parts. I'm sure you've heard on and on about the twist. Okay, Robert Downey Jr., as always, hilarious, fits the character perfectly. I do have some problem with how cocky he's gotten. Like, I mean, the character is supposed to be cocky, so he's playing it to the T. But just this is kind of like not in the review, but like in person, Robert Downey Jr. has gotten kind of like, people think he's such a cool guy for being arrogant and for being cocky and thinking he's handsome and whatnot. And I think people are giving him a little bit too much credit because he is being kind of selfish, especially when you hear how much he's getting paid for the film roles. Like, he's completely like demanding so much money while the other actors don't get much. I mean, in the Avengers. So that pissed me off. But in the movie, Robert Downey Jr. gives fantastic performance. Robert Downey Jr. is always the best part of these movies, even in Iron Man 2, which actually, you know what? I'll give you my review of Iron Man 1 and 2 after 3. But let me just say that I'm not a fan of Iron Man 2, like most people aren't. Actually, I like Iron Man 2 more than I would say a lot of people do. I don't think it's like completely terrible. I would give it like a 6 out of 10, whereas other people would give it like a 3. I didn't think it was that bad. But with that saying, that doesn't mean I didn't think it was bad, because I think it's barely above bad, but it's in the bad range. So Robert Downey Jr. is the reason Iron Man 2 was even okay. So of course he's a big plus in this one. Gwyneth Paltrow, I love what they did with her. She's not just a damsel in distress. She kicks so much butt, and she's a very important character. I'll say that. So kudos on Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, and also Don Cheadle, who plays the black friend. What's his name? Rhodey. Yes, he's a Iron Patriot, or War Machine Rocks. So Rhodes is like he was actually important, I felt, and they gave him a lot of action. Like, he was an integral part in the final action. Well, not the final, and like pretty much every action scene, and he was just really cool and important, and that's awesome. So kudos on those 3 characters. Then every other character, I'm sorry, every other character is just flawed in some way or another. And when I said Don Cheadle, Rhodes, he is flawed too, but I can kind of excuse it. But the other ones, I can't. I just can't. Okay, what do I get into first? Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin. Wasted. I'm just gonna say that. I felt he was wasted, and you have to see the movie to see why. When you see his role in the movie, you'll understand why I think that. But I think he's wasted, and I'm not gonna go further. Guy Pearce as Aldrich Killian. Guy Pearce, I love Guy Pearce. He's a fantastic actor. I saw Memento, and I feel he's a lot of the reason why that movie works. Memento by Christopher Nolan, like crazy mind movie. I mean, it like hurts your mind because it's so cool and out of ordinary. I love Guy Pearce, but in this, oh my god, he is a villain along with the Mandarin, and I feel his motivations are never clear. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. So Guy Pearce, Ben Kingsley, we're just I don't care for it. Rebecca Hall, who plays Maya Henson in the movie, and you'll see when she comes in the movie. She's like you see that she's like she's just a woman in the film, and her character arc is to be screwed over after screwed over after screwed over. Like, I'm just gonna say that. They go nowhere with their character, and it's just, oh my god. So, okay, who else might? See, I can't even remember anyone else. Was that everyone? I think that was like the main players. Jon Favreau, who directed the first Iron Man movies, but plays Tony's bodyguard, he actually had some fantastic comedy moments. But even he, I'll just leave it at that. Even he. Now that I got onto all the characters, let me talk about the general plot. There's a ton of flaws in it. There are flaws in this plot, but you see, it's so shrouded by comedy and action, and the comedy and action is so well done. I'm telling you, it's so well done that it like takes you, it makes you forget about it. But when you leave the film, you realize like, oh my god, that was horrible. And like, so like, I'm gonna be clear, I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed it. I mean, I had some irky doubts sometimes, but I enjoyed it. Um, then this is what I'm gonna conclude on for this review. The ending. Okay, I'm just gonna say the ending is. How do I say this? It's very quickly put together. Like, a ton of things happen in 1 minute. A ton of plot developments. A ton of other things. And it's just, I mean, come on. These are important developments, and they spent 1 minute with, like, very vague dialogue explaining how it's even possible. So, yeah. Then, there's one more thing. The after credit scene and the music. Two more things. The after credit scene, I'm just going to say it's unlike anything a Marvel film has done before. And I wasn't a fan of it, but you may be. Let's just say, I'll give you a hint. Its function matches what the film's function is. Let's just say its function matches what the film's function is, which means the primary draw of the film. So I guess there's that. And then the music, meh. I thought the main theme was kind of overused because that was like the only decent song from the soundtrack. So it was okay, but again, disappointment. And yeah, and there you go. That's why I gave Iron Man 3 a 7.0 out of 10. Now I'm going to get into my... Actually, I probably should have done Iron Man 1 and 2 at the beginning. Whatever. Iron Man 1, fantastic movie. One of my favorite comic book movies of all time. One of my favorite movies of all time. Top 10. It's in my top 10. I love Iron Man 1. 9.5 out of 10. I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. I think everything in that movie is essentially masterful, except for maybe some of the villain stuff. But that's a nitpick. That is such a nitpick. There's emotion, there's heart, there's fantastic acting, there's good motivations, even if it is a little cliched. It's just great all around. So amazing effects. Just, yeah. Iron Man 2. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of it, or even a fan of it, but I like it a little bit more than people give it credit for. It's funny, although the villain sucks horribly. And I'll give Iron Man 3 that... Iron Man 3, you can probably tell from my scores. I would give Iron Man 2 a 6 out of 10, like I think I already said. So that means I do think 3 is a little better. By some small margin, I do think 3 is better. But they suffer the same villain problems, let me tell you. Actually, no. I'll give Iron Man 3 that credit, too. Iron Man 3's villain is better than Iron Man 2's villain, played by Mickey Rourke in Part 2. But the villain in that one sucked so bad. Scarlett Johansson was pointless, and she sucked. And Gwyneth Paltrow in that movie was just his damsel in distress, and he sucked. And Rhodes in that one. Oh, God, I hated the cat. I loved Terrence Howard in the first Iron Man, and I hated the recasting they did for Iron Man 2. So let me just say that. So like I said, I see that's why I did like Rhodes in Iron Man 3, because in 2 it was so bad they could only go up, and they did go up, so I'll give them that. So 2, it was funny, I'll give it that, but everything else was horrible. The plot, the arc for the Iron Man character, it wasn't even an Iron Man movie. It was like Avengers prequel. Like it was an Avengers prequel. So it's really sad. Anyway, guys, that's where I lied. This part's coming to an end. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed those. I mean, Iron Man 3 more than I do. I hope you guys get to see it because you should see it. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy. Bye.